Before we get too into the weeds on using CSVs with API Fortress, we need to talk about array traversal. An array is a data structure that holds information in a known order. This is something of a low-order explanation, but it's more than enough for our purposes. Each piece of information in an array is at a known position called an index. These indexes are identified by a number. Now, here's the tricky part. The numbers start at 0. This is a consistent theme in programming, and without getting too much into the nitty-gritty of it, we can just say that anytime we're counting positions in an array, we need to start at 0. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. This is an array with 3 pieces of data in it. In this case, it's the numbers 1, 2, and 3. The number 1 is at index 0, the number 2 is at index 1, and the number 3 is at index 2. If I showed you the following array and asked you the index of the letter A, what would you say? If you said 1, you're right. More specifically, we'd identify it as ARR bracket 1. Let's take a look at a more complex example that pertains to API Fortress CSV utilization. Let's say we have a number of arrays inside an array like so. How would we identify the number 5? First, we'd refer to the subarray that the number we want is in. In this case, that would be at R1. Next, we'd refer to the index inside of that subarray. So to access 5, we'd be looking at R1, 1. Let's try one more example of nested arrays. How would we find the letter C? If you said R02, you're right. Remember, array indexing starts at 0. This can be the most confusing part of this at first, but soon it'll be second nature.